Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The Voice Sports Network. It is time for 2A Regional Title Tilt, featuring the Golden Falcons of Winchester and the Warriors of Woodlan. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff Cracy, and as always, Derek Hirschberger right next to me here in the at least enclosed press box area here at Woodlan.
I'm not complaining. No, I'm not.
We are not complaining whatsoever. Now, you're going to notice shaky cam video tonight. Reason being is we've sat Mr. Hirschberger down so the fine folks from Winchester behind us, their radio crew, can see out the windows. So Derek's hand-holding it tonight, but I would much rather have him hand-holding it than have him up top in that 25-mile-per-hour wind that would be blowing straight into his face. So just deal with it. It's one night only. Winchester is 10-2, and they're coached by Mike Jones, 33-13 in his 4 years at Winchester. Sherwood Haydock, 32-24 in 5 years at Woodlan. He's 165-143 in 28 years of coaching overall. Sagarin ratings, 58.78. It's good for 98th overall, 5th in Class 2A for Woodlan. Winchester, 43.84, 163rd overall. Good for 16th overall in Class 2A. Last time out, Winchester had to come from behind, but was able to handle a very good Eastbrook team, 44-28. Whitco invaded Woodlan, and the Warriors were able to hold off a spirited charge by the Wildcats, 22-19. Versus common foes, they have had one, and it was South Adams. Both Winchester and Woodlan both annihilated South Adams, which comes to the surprise of nobody. Opponents' records almost identical, 56-71 for Winchester versus 56-61 for Woodlan. First time these two squads have met over the last 30 years. The Jeff Sagarin Power Predictor has Woodlan as a 10-point favorite at 31-21. That's what I said when I saw that. How did Winchester get here? A 42-7 victory to start the season against South Adams. 20-14 loss against Northeastern. They reeled off 4 in a row against Hagerstown, Union County, Cambridge City, Lincoln, Union City, before losing to Shenandoah at 28-14. They ripped off 5 straight since. 56-8 over Tri, a 70-21 victory over Centerville, 62-6 over Eastern, 28 victory over Elwood, and the aforementioned 44-28 victory over the Panthers of Eastbrook last week. Excuse me. They come in averaging 39.3 points per game to the Golden Falcons, defensively giving up 13.2. We all know how Woodlan got here. A perfect 12-0 ACAC Conference titles victory over Eastside Prairie Heights, Heritage of Bluffton, Southern Wells, Jay County, Lima Central Catholic, South Adams, Adams Central, Central Noble, East Side by 1, 3 over Whitco. Woodlan averages 34.6 points per game offensively. Defensively, they give up 11. As we look at the team leaders for both of these squads, Winchester, as we said, 10-2, 6-1 in their conference, which is the Tri-Eastern Conference. They were 3-1 on the road this year. Woodlan a perfect 7-0 here at home. That page really doesn't say anything other than the overall score that these teams like to put out. Winchester, like we said, is smidge under 40. Woodlan not all that far behind. You're going to hear the name Keontae Enos a lot tonight. Keontae is a Michigan recruit. That alone ought to tell you something. He averages 191 yards per game on the ground, where Mitchell Van Brocklin, of course, is the workhorse for Woodlan. He averages 141.5. Passing, Austin Lawrence leads the air attack at the quarterback position for Winchester. They average 106.8 yards per game. Justin Durkis and the Woodland Warriors not that far behind at 95.3. Total yards per game, County Ellis with 214.4 is the team leader. Mitchell Van Brocklin at 144.3 leads Woodland. Tackles per game, Titus Edwards, a name you'll hear quite a bit. He averages 15.4 tackles per game for Winchester. Jordan Delagrange leads Woodland with 8.3. We don't really care about sacks per game. He's probably not going to see a whole lot of passing here tonight. Points per game, County Ellis averages 20.2, where Mitchell Van Brocklin averages 12.2. Here's an interesting stat that I've never seen tracked before. They have Hunter Younts with 1 pancake block. I didn't know anybody tracked pancake blocks at the high school level.
Hey, you never know.
Again, the common opponent was South Adams. Winchester defeated them 42-7. Woodland defeated South Adams 37-0. So that kind of sets the table for you here live from Woodland as we're awaiting both squads to come back out on the field. This is going to be a very challenging test for the Warriors here tonight. Probably the best back we have seen all year in Keontae Enos.
That is true.
And for a lot of the talk that I have heard and some of the research I have done, what Woodland's best defense is its offense probably in this situation. They can get some long, sustained drives, keep Enos on the sideline and make him an irrelevant factor as much as they can. That might be the best plan of attack.
Would not be surprised, though, if Haydock decides to kick and do onside kick to return and get the ball back and start it. There's my bold prediction of the night.
Bold prediction of the night. The wind, not nearly as big of a factor as it could have been. It is blowing directly into the press box position here, so it's left to right across the field. Wind should start to continue to die down throughout the night, so says the meteorology department of News Channel 15. Thank goodness, because yesterday was an abject nightmare with that wind. Fortunately, it does not appear to be a factor in tonight's contest, although both teams run the ball quite a bit anyway. The winner of this one will face the winner of Whiting and the team that nobody likes to say the name of around these parts, Bremen.
That's kryptonite. Stop it.
I don't think Bremen will be even favored in their game against Whiting. To be honest with you, I did not look, but
I didn't think they were.
Kind of focused in on. We're going to focus in on this one, although it was relayed to me that should Woodland win, this game next week would be at home no matter what. Mm-hmm. And I didn't bother to go through all the scenarios, so I'm glad that somebody said that because I had no plans on driving halfway across the state next week. Woodland takes the field. They are in their black uniforms for the second week. Thank you very much for that. Much, much easier to read the numbers. Again, Derek is handheld tonight, so everybody in the press box behind us can see. So, cut the man some slack when you see him walking downtown Woodburn tomorrow. You'll see his reflection in the mirror. You'll see my ugly mug in the mirror.
Probably everybody in here.
It's all good. Take a look at the Warriors warming up here to start this one. Temperature at game time will be in the low 40s, I would imagine, if not upper 30s. Fall has arrived in northeast Indiana, my friends. And I'm not complaining too bad, despite all the fun we had yesterday with that high wind warning.
I didn't even know there was one.
Oh, man, we took a huge power hit. 11 o'clock, thought I was going to vomit yesterday, but we made it through.
In the morning or afternoon?
It was 11:07 a.m.
Oh, man.
The television station went, and came right back up just in time. Time for the national anthem here on The Voice. Your national anthem brought to you by the Spirit of Woodlan. And we'd be remiss before we started this game not to send our thoughts out to the folks over in France after that senseless tragedy that happened late this afternoon. And into tonight, it puts life in perspective. I just had a friend that just came back from France actually 2 weeks ago.
Eesh.
So it kind of hits you right between the eyes, folks, the world we live in. Our thoughts and prayers with the nation of France at this point in time. The captains of both squads have met at midfield to do the ceremonial coin flip. Of course, this has already been done, which I didn't pay an ounce of attention to when they did it.
I didn't see who they say will kick or who they say will receive.
So final instructions are being given to both squads as we await kickoff here from Woodburn. Regional title on the line, about as big as you can come. So now they're going to line the two squads up. A little confusion. Woodland has deferred to the second half, which means Winchester will receive the opening kickoff and work left to right in your virtual world. Both squads will return to their respective sidelines. Referees giving each other some fist bumps. We're ready for game action. This is the Voice Sports Network, the only local game in town tonight.
That it is.
We've been with you all year, and we will be with you until the season is done.
And we thank you all for watching tonight from far and abroad. I was told one of my classmates, I'm told to give him a shout-out by his dad. He's doing the PA announcing. Rick Ely, hey, buddy, how's it going? So shoot me a text, snap me or whatever, and keep us updated. Use the hashtag VoiceSports and keep us up along with Twitter.
We've got people as far south as Florida listening in tonight. As far west as Arizona. I know that for a fact. Welcome to you all. And if you couldn't make it out here tonight, we're proud that you decided to join us here live. Well, then we'll kick. Number 6, Ellis, back deep. I would think you would kick the ball away from Mr. Ellis.
I'm expecting an onside kick. I'm telling you that now.
He's feeling his bones. Elias Gates also back deep. Let's see.
Either that or they kick it away from him.
Squib kick up the left side. Taken by the up back. Going to have good field position with Winchester. 8 is Dylan Williams. And it's 1st and 10. And we are underway here from Woodburn. Why can't I find the right thing? It's called control panel. No, it's not control panel. Yes, it is. I have it on the wrong screen. There we go. You know, this is only week 13. You think we'd have it figured out.
Brand new system, brand new, still new airs.
Yep. Wow, look at this. The spread offense going to start things off for Winchester. Trips the far side, dual receivers on the near side.
Oh.
Back to pass, has all day, goes up top. Receiver wide open left side. 40, it's Tyler Edwards.
Gonna score.
Holy mackerel, and they're going to get a flag on top of it.
Guys.
Not the start you wanted for Woodland. Holy moly, Tyler Edwards goes 56 yards, and it's a touchdown.
They're going to have to start playing them like LCC.
Winchester strikes first blood. Everybody in the building was looking for Keontae Ellis. Keontae wasn't even in the backfield. Very quickly, 6-0 on the opening play. And we're going to have 15 yards assessed on the kickoff.
Yep.
Can't drag him down after he crosses the plane. That's a good call. Nobody at all is going to argue with that. Wow.
Yeah.
Getting a nice look at the...
Welcome to regionals, Woodland.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Snap, spot tie, kick is up, right down Broadway, and it's 7-0. We'll stay right here. Well, Woodland came to play. 7-0, Golden Falcons. They got to get used to that Golden Falcon nickname. My first look at any Winchester sports at all.
Same here.
I was going to do a Bluffton basketball game down there last year, but got switched at the last minute.
What'd you do, come up here?
I can't remember where I ended up. Actually, you know what? I did. That was sectional time.
Was that when it was you and I?
Yep, I was scheduled to go down there, and then Scott realized, wait a minute, it'd be quicker for you to go to Woodland than it would be for me. I'm like, yeah, how about that? Wow, so first blood goes.
Well, I thought Scott did the.
He ended up doing the championship or something.
I could have sworn he did just the all girls sectional. And then me and you did the first guys sectional game.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe because baseball wouldn't have started yet.
Right, yeah, because I haven't done baseball in a couple of years. Well, they're going to move the kickoff up to the 45-yard line.
Off the tee.
Winchester comes out smoking on their first play.
Do you even try to receive?
That's a low-line drive.
You might as well just let it go out of bounds.
He tipped it. Acosta, I believe.
Yeah.
Out to the 10, so not real good field position.
Should just let it roll into the end zone.
Yeah, it took a funny hop on him, and it hit him in the shoulder pad, so he had to take a gander at it. And it's 1st and 10 Woodland. Woodland comes to the line of scrimmage. Only 22 seconds have ticked off the game clock so far. Here's Durkis under center, rubbing his hands together to try to warm them up.
Oh, missed drop. Fumble there on it. Come on, Woodland, wake up.
This is a game they can ill afford to come out flat.
Exactly.
Because Winchester is unlike any other team they have played, at least from what I've seen.
This ain't East Side guys.
Yeah, they can,
or Adams Central.
They can put points on the board fast, where Adams Central couldn't. Durkis under center. Van Brocklin behind him, trips to the far side, dropping the passes. Durkis rolls to his right, fires underneath, passes dropped. Well, I had a receiver wide.
Joe
open.
Kaiser.
Yeah, it was right to him. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Go back to what you're used to, guys.
Again, no huddle offense here for the Warriors. First two plays have gone nowhere. A fumble and an incomplete pass. Double tight wing formation, unbalanced line to the right. Play action. Durkis rolls to his right.
Get it.
Still rolling, getting chased. He's going to get dropped for a big loss.
Yeah, should have got rid of it.
Going to lose about 5.
They puts him right in the goal line.
Now, we said the wind isn't probably going to be that big of a deal, but watch out here with your punter kicking from his own end zone. Need to have a clean snap back. Not a good start. And you're doing a good job, man. I know it's hard from the sitting down position, but we got to do what we got to do.
Yep.
And the lights are on in here, so the reflections are bad. Worse than normal, but I'm going to get 5 yards back as
makes it 4th and 10.
Blows offside. Which makes you wonder, have they watched any game film? Because Woodland always goes on the hard count, even on extra points.
That is true.
Going to bring 4th and 10. So we'll try it again.
So he punts from the goal line now.
Oh, wait, the snap back. The snap is good.
Oh,
Not a good punt. Ball angles out of bounds at
right
about
at
the 40. Yep. Could have been worse. I guess it was more of an angle thing.
I think he's trying to keep it away from Ennis.
Smart man. Woodland will take over. Winchester will take over 1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line.
Hopefully Woodland's awake now, because they can't afford to come out flat like they did against Adams Central, East Side, anybody else too. Let's see, there we go.
Shotgun formation, dual receivers in the near, one to the far. Lawrence in the gun. Man comes in motion. They fake the handoff. Lawrence will keep it himself. Going to get a nice gain over the left side to about the 37. Delagrange, you'll hear his name quite a bit, makes the stop. Second down, say 4. So Winchester showing you just can't key fully on Ennis. Or maybe Enos, I don't know for sure how you pronounce the gentleman's name. High snap brought down by Yates. Up the left side!
He's gone.
Goodbye. Hello, Woodland. There's a game being played. 13-0, Winchester. My goodness. I had a bad gut feeling coming into this one. I did not think that it would start like this, however. 13-0 pending the extra points. Snap, spot, kick is low.
Oh, they just got it over.
Wow. Barely clears the crossbar and a knuckleball. Well, it's 14-0. We will take a break now, and hopefully Woodland will get a wake-up call here between now and then. They trail 14-0. This is the Voice Sports Network.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart. The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
Costa on the return up to the 25 at about the 26. Woodland's second possession. They trail 14-0.
Start running the big boy.
You got to do something. You got to do something. So far, it has all been Winchester. The Golden Falcons.
They brought a crowd, too.
Holy mackerel, that's the first time I've looked over there, and you are right. It's packed over there. Making a long trip up from Winchester. Kaiser comes in tight now. They're changing the formation. Man in motion. Here's the handoff to Mitchell Van Brocklin. Mitchell will gain 2, maybe 3.
Run it right at the big boy. Sooner or later, he's going to get tired.
Got to go with what got you here, and that's exactly what they did there. Gain of about 3. Second down and 7. Van Brocklin, one of the larger backs in the area. And he'll come up to the line of scrimmage behind Durkis. As McCarter switches to the left side of the line. Durkis in the gun. Drops. Nope. We're going to do a toss sweep coming this way to number 4.
Donald Garant.
Garant.
He got the first. Wow, that a boy.
Give him all the credit on
that.
that one.
Heck, if you start taking the outside, that's what you need to do.
Tell you what, he got that all himself, too. That was a nice second effort by Donald Garant, a 6-foot, 165-pound sophomore. And this is a young Woodland team.
Very young. McCarter, Durkis, Garant, those are all sophomores there. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 sophomores on the line, a couple juniors, and then a senior or 2.
First and 10, double tight wing formation. They're going to go McCarter on the outside. Van Brock. Oh, there's a hold. No flag thrown.
Wow.
But they stop him for a loss anyway.
I think he's right on the line.
Boy, they hooked somebody fierce on the Woodland line.
It's Van Brocklin.
There was no flag forthcoming. Enos made the stop, second and 10. Boy, Winchester's one of the bigger size football teams we've seen. And you mentioned 74 in the pregame. He is going both ways, isn't he? Because he's a defensive lineman.
Is
as
he?
well.
I thought he was.
I think he was playing right guard on offense. Now he's playing right guard again on defense. Dropping the passes. Durkis has time. McCarter's open.
Oh, my God.
Dropped it. Man alive, you got to catch that ball. I know it's cold out. Third down. Yes, folks. It's week 13, and I do have sentimental attachment to Woodlan now. That's why you hear me groaning. You get this far, it's hard not to get attached.
Especially with a local team.
Yep. Not a whole lot of local teams left. We were talking about that at lunch today.
Snyder, Woodlan,
Belmont.
Dwenger, Belmont, and Adams Central.
Yep. Durkis drops the pass, has all day. Rolls to his left, still looking downfield, going to go down. He's going to get pancaked, if you will, by big number 74. Elijah Chalfant, let's say, and he's 6'6", 325 of man.
And a senior or junior?
He's a senior.
Wow.
Woodlan will be forced
to punt.
4th and 12.
Get him on a hard count.
Ellis awaits the punt. Spread formation here.
Wow, not a good punt again. Right at the 40.
Yeah, you're right, though. They're keeping the ball out of Enos's hands.
Wow, they gave him 5 more yards.
Ball goes out of bounds right in front of News Channel 15 photographer Cody Rhodes. Cody assigned tonight's contest for the good guys. And our friends at INC are also here to our right. Actually, they got 2 photographers. It looks like Mr. Curtis Smith down there as well. What would Curtis Smith be doing here? Maybe that's not him. Who cares?
No, there's not.
It doesn't matter. Power I formation behind the quarterback.
And they're going to give it to him.
Enos, the ball carrier. Our first look at Enos, though. You got to let up on him. You can't.
Come on, he was already in contact.
They're going to add 15,
and he's down.
That's just, you can't. They rode him out. You got to let him up. Yeah, I hate to see that. I really do. My goodness, they darn near tackled him into the.
They did.
Into the bleacher or the bench. Take a break. Be right back on The Voice.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Enos will walk off under his own power.
They better be giving him a concussion test.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he actually hit the bench, but he was darn near to it.
Well, there is cement down there, as I'm showing now on the screen. There is cement, so that doesn't help.
Well, he goes off under his own power. They'll mark 15 off afterwards. And it's 1st and 10 for Winchester.
Come on, focus in.
Quarterback going to keep it. Quarterback's going to drop for no gain.
66 and 75. Malik Murray and trying to think 66.
66 is Quinn Manigan. They're going to say Van Brockholm was in this as well to bring up 2nd down. Enos checks back in.
Wow, that was.
2nd and 10 at the 43. 6 minutes and counting. Quarter number 1. Woodlan desperately needs a stop here. Under center goes Lawrence. He drops, or gives it to Enos over the left side, looks for a hole, finally finds one. Over the left sideline to about the 35. Going to be a nice chunk of yardage up the left-hand side. We'll say it's a gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
You got to put the meat in there. They're going too light of a front line, and they're not getting anything right now.
Yeah, right now it's all Winchester, and Woodland's got to get a stop here. Austin Lawrence checks it over with Enos, then goes back under center. Up the gut is
Smelled
A.
it.
Williams.
It's 4th down. They're going to go for it.
I would. You got momentum on your
That's what
side.
Whitco did.
You got momentum on your side. You only need a yard. We'll put our hand over the penalty flag button because there's going to be a hard count coming. See if something happens here. Split to the far side goes Cullen Hall. Everybody else in tight. Enos over the left side.
Oh, I don't think so.
On the first, nope, he's short. He's short.
He's short. That's what Woodland needed.
Boy, he had a good running start, but I think he's short. They're going to take a look at it. Nope.
Wow.
Woodland, 1st and 10. Turnover on.
Finally.
Interesting call. It'll be 1st and 10 Woodland, so the Warrior defense stiffens. Now the offense needs to get untracked. McCarter, Evans. Oh, Evans checks out, rather.
So does Garant.
So it'll just be
Oh,
McCarter.
we lost camera.
It'll come back.
There we go.
As soon as the computer
As we,
reconnects. There you go. You're back on. Mitchell Van Brocklin, the ball carrier. That's what I love about this program. The old one would have to be rebooted. This one just waits for the camera to come back. Van Brocklin with a gain of 5. So it's 2nd and 5.
Here comes Dash. Jack Rhodes.
Rhodes comes in. Van Brocklin gets a breather. They're going to give it over to Jack Rhodes left side, 40, and then he stood up. Going to be short by a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
It's only 3rd down, so here comes the big boy.
They could use a nice long, prolonged drive here. And
They need it.
3rd and very manageable here. McCarter is split to the near side. Van Brocklin will get the handoff here. Left side, 1st down yardage.
Yeah, he got it.
Needed 1, got 2, maybe even 3 when it's all done.
Yep.
Ball out to the 45, 1st down.
That's the 2nd first down on this drive,
Starting to get a little downward momentum now.
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. That's what they need.
McCarter will split to the far side.
Man, even just sitting right next to the window, I think I need to throw my gloves on, dude.
It's
They're starting to get cold.
a little chilly up here. Rhodes right side gets to the 2nd level to the 49.
5 yards.
A very chilly night here in Northeast Indiana,
Yeah.
which means it's basketball season. I believe the Indiana Hoosiers playing a game tonight.
I think they do, and the Mad Ants start their season tomorrow.
I will be there tomorrow night, courtesy of Wayne TV, sitting courtside. Sometimes it's good to be king. 2nd down and 6. We rented out a lower level box tomorrow, so
Nice.
we'll be there. Van Brocklin. Nothing there.
You got
Stopped
a
at the
yard.
line
You
of
gave him a
scrimmage.
yard, I think.
Yeah, right at it. Maybe a half a yard when it's all said and done. He got a yard out. We'll say 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
Wholesale substitutions coming in now. Alec Evans comes in. McCarter's out there with him. 3rd and 5. Van Brocklin, the personal protector back there, or the handoff recipient, more than likely. Let's see here. Nope, we're going to do a bubble screen.
Oh!
Knocked down by the big fella. Chalfant, the big boy, knocks the ball down, and it's 4th
He got
down.
through real quick, too. And they're punting.
He looked at it and swallowed that bad boy up. 4th down. Wouldn't put it past Coach Haydock to try something to light a fire.
Hard count. And he's into him already. He's into the offensive line for that poor performance. The guy just came right through.
4th and long. Enos back. We all know they're not going to kick it to him. Snap back is good. Nearly blocked. Angled near sideline. Where it will roll dead inside the 10.
The 2.
Boy, I tell you what.
Surprised he didn't try to take it.
He looked down at it, and I thought he thought about it, but he let it draw dead. So it's going to be a horrific field position for the Golden Falcons as they start this possession. The ball rolls dead at the 2, as Derek says.
And now we can actually get you the full field advantage
Exactly.
with me doing a hand set.
Exactly.
You'll see a huge, great big cylinder in reflection.
But I'll be honest with you, folks, we still have the best seats in town here. We got full field view. Guys behind us are going to have all sorts of trouble seeing that corner.
Yeah, they are.
Speed option coming to the right side and getting out to the 5-yard line is number 4. That is Elias Gates, a 6 foot, 170-pound junior. We'll pick up about 4, 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, $1.08 and counting left, quarter number 1 on the USF scoreboard. Longtime sponsors here on The Voice. Thanks for another great year with them. Lawrence under center. Ennis is the deep back. And by deep, I mean deep. Hard count, nobody jumps. Play clock on 1. Toss sweep to Ennis, left side, comes back to his right. Has room, look out. He's in the secondary to the 20, to the 21 maybe.
And a huge gain.
First down. Williams finally makes the stop, but it's a large gain for Ennis, and it's first down.
Yeah, I think they're just going to now they got to run a play, so.
Got to get one. They'll take their old sweet time getting the play in.
Yeah.
Lawrence brings the play in from the sideline. He's in the shotgun. Toss sweep to Ennis. Looks for a hole. Not one to be found.
They gave him a yard, I think. Yeah, they gave him a yard, and that'll do it for the first.
We have played one. It could have been worse, but it could have been a whole hell of a lot better. Your score, Winchester 14. Woodlan nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action after this on The Voice.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Your score after one quarter of action is 14 to nothing. The lead for the Golden Falcons of Winchester, the state tournament presented by the Indianapolis Colts. Colts with a bye week after a big win last week.
Much needed win.
But it came at a price with Andrew Luck on the shelf for a while.
Yep.
on the other score across the area is Northfield and Adams Central tied at 7. A lot of these games with a later start. Plymouth and Dwenger with no score. West Lafayette and Belmont with no score. They probably haven't even started yet, actually.
No. And false start?
Let's check the hanky.
False start or...
Neither time. They're offside.
Sides?
Somebody lined up offside.
You don't see that one every day.
You really don't. So it'll be second down and
14.
So Winchester rather now backed up a little bit. The ball on their own 16-yard line. Lawrence brings them to the line. Has one receiver to the far side. And there's movement up front. Right tackle.
All start.
Yeah, the right tackle.
And some people in Winchester thought it was the other way.
So after a hot start, now Winchester's starting to do some,
dumb stuff.
Dumb stuff. Back-to-back procedure penalties. Second down and 19 at the 11. Lawrence goes under center. Is that Enos, I believe?
I don't think I thought it was 8. 8. No, that is 6.
So Keontae Ellis gets 6 or 7 of those back. It'll be third down and about 11. At this point, I don't know if you just want to get part of it back and punt her away, or if you go for the gusto. If it's me, I go for the gusto. You don't get here often. They are spreading things out, and we'll go for the gusto. After an extremely hard count.
False start again? Oh.
Timeout's called by Winchester. They're first of the first half. So we shall, if I can find the right thing to bring up. There we go. We'll join and be back on the Voice Sports Network.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
And the only East Allen County school still alive is right here. That'd be Woodlan, obviously. They trail 14-0 with 11-12 left, quarter number 2. Winchester came out red hot. The game has since slowed its pace. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Again, they're going to spread it out. Well, the Golden Falcons. It's Austin
Probably
Lawrence.
hand it off.
Waiting for the count. Play action. Back to pass.
Wide
pass
open.
Is complete. Boy, you want to talk about wide open. Holy mackerel. 40.
They were expecting for Annis to get it.
Edwards was about as open as you're going to find. And they get the first down and more. Goodness. 1st and 10 for the Golden Falcons. They are out at Angel Land now. Nice looking field position at the 44-yard line.
Woodland's got to get another stop.
14-0 doesn't bother me. 21-0 starts to get, you start to get uncomfortable at that point. Enos right up the gut, breaks
He's
one,
out.
Breaks two, is up the right side, into first down territory and into Warrior territory at the 43. What makes Enos interesting as a ball carrier is he waits. He just doesn't attack that line. He waits for a hole. And if he doesn't have one, he has the cutback ability. It kind of surprises me, actually, given his numbers. I thought he was one of those types that just, goes right at the hole and off he goes.
I tell you what, Woodlan has had bad lucks going against. They've always run into teams that's always had recruits.
Yep.
Lures, Jalen Smith.
Yep.
Them. Or now, Winchester has Ennis, who's a recruit to Michigan, which are big-name schools.
In the gun is Lawrence. Man comes in motion. He'll keep it himself. He's got a hole. Cuts inside the 30. Down to the 28. Like Woodlan, this Winchester team looks like it has several options.
Mm-hmm.
Second down and 1. And again, we're handheld tonight, folks. That's why the camera's moving more than normal. Just take some Dramamine, it'll be fine. Watch it out of the corner of your eye. Do whatever you got to do. We're doing that so the Winchester radio guys behind us can get full field of vision. Boy, everybody and the brother moved on the right side. They're going to throw for the touchdown.
No flag either.
I thought several people moved, but
they've been moving all night, Jeff. They haven't called anything like usual.
So Elias Gates picks up the 28-yard touchdown reception, and we're in danger land now, folks. It's 20-0 Winchester. Snapback is good. Spot's good. Kick,
no good.
That one's short. File that one away, kids. We've seen a lot of close games with this Warrior football team come down to 1, 2, or 3 points. File that one away just for me. We'll be back on The Voice.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Line drive, kick up the left side. Brought out to the 30 on the kickoff return to about the 31. See him unpile. 22 with the return.
Costa.
You think I would know Blake's number by now? Why I was thinking it was 32 is beyond me. That's Dante Williams, is 32. Anywho, Woodlan in danger land here, down 20-0. They have the football.
Let's get one back. Let's get one back.
Got to get one back. They will have the football to start the second half, by the way. Van Brocklin, stretch play right side, nothing there. And Winchester did a nice job at the point of attack. The initial defender stood up the offensive lineman just long enough to cut the path off for Van Brocklin and waited for help to come. Second down. They're going to say he lost a yard. 2nd and 11. Durkis under center. Van Brocklin will get some of that back as he's about to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 5. Eventually, I think they're going to have to, see if this sounds familiar, go up top. 3rd and long here. 3rd and 6. Jack Rhodes will check in. Van Brocklin will come to the sideline.
Speed option.
Blind bootleg, you know. That's your favorite play to call.
Well, it is open.
There is nobody on that far left side. You are right. Going to stretch it out left side to Rhodes. Not going to make it to the first down.
Well, it's 4th and 1.
I think you're at the point of the ball game. If you're Coach Haydock, you've got to go for it. Or not. Oh, they're bringing in the beef unit.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the corner of my eye, I thought it might be the punt team coming on, but it is the beef unit. It's 4th and a yard and a half, maybe 2. We'll say 2.
Say 2, but I don't.
Watch the hard count.
Exactly what they're going for.
Winchester shows one blitz.
1,
Say
2. Got it.
Say that 5 times fast. Brandon Brocklin will get the first down yardage. I got home last week, and the first thing my wife told me was, there was a point in the game that you sounded like Elmer Fudd. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I love you, baby. Speaking of the devil, my phone dings. That's probably her laughing at me right now. Split near to the near side's McCarter. Jack Rhodes right up the gut. Big hole. Crosses midfield into Winchester territory.
That's what they need. That's what they need. Keep it going. Keep it going.
1st and 10 for the Warriors.
You know, there's one person that I'm surprised they not have got a fullback in yet. I'm surprised Castle has not been involved.
McCarter is split to the near side. Everybody else in. Tot Van Brocklin
starting to move piles.
To the 35. Gain of 4. 2nd down, 6. McCarter will stay split to the near side. So Woodlan has 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Lost the camera again.
It's all good.
There it goes.
The other game that we did handheld with, we lost it a good 10 times for that express reason.
Hey, speak of the devil.
Castle's going to be short by a yard or 2. 3rd down and 3, we'll say. This is definitely the biggest defensive line we have seen all year.
Yes.
Go up top. Fake it to Van Brocklin. Go up top. Nope, give it to Van Brocklin. He'll get it.
Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they gave it to him.
They're going to give it to him on principle after the big fella lowers his shoulder and booms through. 1st down. So you're not too bad of shape if you can run the clock down, get a touchdown here, and you get the first play of the second half, first possession of the second half.
Yeah, you got to stop him on the 2-minute drill, though.
It's true. There is plenty of time left. 6:20 and counting. Jack Rhodes, right side.
Still on his feet.
Part of that was Enos didn't even try to wrap him up. He just tried popping him, and Rhodes spun right off of it. And as a result, he'll pick up 8, maybe 9. We'll say 8, 2nd and 2. Woodlan with the hurry up and non-hurry up, if you will. 2nd down and 2. Under center, there's Van Brocklin, left side. 1st down yardage.
There we go.
This is looking more and more like the vintage Woodland team that we expected to see here tonight. Chewing some clock, moving the ball downfield.
Does 6A play tonight, or are they tomorrow?
They are playing tonight.
Are they really?
We were talking about that as well. We did a lot of talking.
Who is it, Avon and Carmel?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow, if you were talking marching band, you'd be saying some other things. Those two are big marching band shows, or groups.
Is that 2nd down and 8?
Jeff, we might have to move this lamp here since we don't have a...
That's true. Remind me when we get into commercial. Durkis under center. McCarter split to the near side. They're going to end around left side. He's got room.
Touchdown.
Well done. Boy, we talked about that left side being wide open, and Woodland takes advantage, and Woodland...
And they're going to go for 1, and here comes the hard count.
I gave the wrong team 6. Whoa. My scoreboard is messed up. We're going to bring that down. And
whoa, hey, man, come on now. Don't dog on us now.
I hit the wrong button. It is 20-6. Apologies. Graber will attempt the extra point. We'll await the extra point. It's good. Snap is good. Just inside the left upright. 20-7 is your score. We'll get that score corrected for you and back up in just a moment here. This is the Voice Sports Network with and right back in it.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Squib kick left side to the 45-yard line. So they're keeping the ball away from the big playmaker Enos by keeping the kick short.
Yeah, but other players have made big plays tonight. I don't think he scored, but...
Well, they're giving him, by doing that, they're giving Winchester some excellent field position, that's for sure.
With a tick under 5, too.
Yeah, plenty of time, really, for both squads to have another crack at it. As the play comes in from the sideline, Winchester with 2 timeouts to work with them with a full complement of 3.
And they're going to go...
We'll spread things out.
Probably going to... Whoa!
Hard count. The quarterback wasn't ready for it. Get rid of it. Yeah, good idea. He's just going to fall on it. He was not expecting that snap. Yeah, I agree with the radio guys behind us. Just chuck
he's in the tackle box.
That's true.
So it would have been grounding.
There ain't no doubt about it. He wasn't ready for it. 2nd down and a half mile. I'll let the scoreboard operator figure out how far they got to go. 21. Woodlan smelling a little bit of blood here. Lawrence in the gun. He'll hand it to Enos right side.
That's a hold.
Breaks 1 tackle.
Was there a flag down there? Nope.
I don't see any.
Wow.
Excuse me, he gets the penalty yardage, or the fumble yardage.
Back.
As
it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 11. Well, 3rd and 10.
Diet Pepsi not agreeing with me tonight. Excuse me.
At least you're sounding better.
No, I don't know. My wife keeps telling me I need to get to the doctor, so I might do that this next week. Things quiet down at work. Receivers all over the place. 3 to the near, 2 to the far. Wide
open.
Oh, my goodness. I haven't seen the Woodland secondary get shredded like this all year. Elias Gates on the reception.
Goodness gracious, they're doing
exactly what I didn't think they were going to be able to do. Throw the football. Wow.
They need to go back. If they're going to throw, play it like LCC. Play them like LCC. You got to get some secondary people in there.
They're just getting shredded through the air.
Yeah. That's where 14 points came out of.
Ennis has not been the problem. It's been the passing game of this Winchester team. Lawrence has them up to the line of scrimmage. Ennis with this toss left side, cuts to his right. Gain of 4 when it's all done. Woodland's getting out physical. Their line's having trouble getting up after that last play.
It looked like he was fiddling with something, though, with his helmet.
Hopefully. It was as simple as that. 2nd and 6, 2:42 and counting. 20-6. The lead for the Golden Falcons. Let's get the nickname right. Same play to Ennis, right side. Jeez. Close to the 1st down, right at it. Are they going to stop the clock and
they're
look?
Short.
Yeah, the guys behind us think he's short by a little bit.
Yep.
Chain Gain agrees, and we'll agree now that the ball is spotted. 3rd and 1. Don't fall asleep here. Everybody in the building thinks they're going to run the football. Don't watch them go up top on a nice little fade pattern up
no kidding.
Don't want that to happen here. Under 2 left, quarter number 2. Handoff is to Ennis.
Got it.
1st down yardage.
You know, they've done a good job stopping him. They just got to stop the passing game now.
Yep.
And I think that's what Eastbrook last week was the total opposite.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because you look at Woodlan, who had a passing game besides Eastside maybe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Lawrence in the gun. Here's Enos. Nothing there. He'll lose a yard. Van Brocken was there waiting on him. It'll be second down and 11. Now we've seen their field goal kicker short one extra point and barely clear the crossbar on the other, so they're very clearly out of field goal range here. 15 seconds on the play clock, 1:05 on the game. Woodland calls timeout here. So we'll stay here on the Voice Sports Network. Northfield takes a 14-7 lead over Adams Central. West Lafayette has a 7-0 lead over Belmont. Talk about a team that passes the ball a lot. West Lafayette has a prized quarterback that Belmont's going to have to contend with down in Decatur tonight. Winner of this one will play the winner of Whiting
And Bremen.
and Bremen, which I'm going to attempt to find a score for using the magic of Twitter, which probably won't work. Snyder leads Mishawaka 7-0.
Wow. Snyder, I think, has got a chance to go all the way this year.
Yeah, we've got no Bremen update on here. Ooh, Belmont ties it up 7-7. Jordan Amaker with a pick six.
Nice. That's what Woodland needs.
Enos over the left side.
3rd and 5.
Down to the 17. Bring us up 3rd and, let's say, 5. Very clear what Winchester is doing here. They don't want to give Woodland another crack at it, but they're going to have to crack at the end zone here sooner or later themselves. Here's the toss to Ennis.
Got the first.
Enos, first down yardage. Yeah.
26-6, and they called a timeout.
Well, the clock will stop to reset the chains, but I think you're right. They're going to call timeout. Yep. We'll keep her here. They have one timeout left.
They have to run one play, and they're going to go right to the end zone.
Again, basketball season's right on our doorstep. We'll have updates as the ladies progress. Boss man is out of town, so we haven't really gone into full basketball mode quite yet.
There's maybe, one, two of us doing basketball?
I have no clue, to be honest with you. I haven't heard squat diddly from him other than, yeah, you're working tonight. And I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to having some Friday nights off here in the near future.
I was going to say, every Woodland game, you're doing it.
Yeah, I've kind of come to that conclusion as well, and unless they go all the way to Lucas. Then I have a gut feeling he'll be doing that one, but we'll have to wait and see. Fade pattern coming to the end zone. It's underthrown. The receiver goes up and gets it. Touchdown. Good night, Irene. It's Enos.
26-7.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't put on there anyways.
That's a high-dollar cameraman. I kid. 26-7, and Woodland's going to have to figure out the defense here in the second half.
Thank goodness they started on offense.
Well, the offense hasn't fared that much better. They're going to go for 2. And it's not
Didn't
going to
get
get it.
Blake Acosta Alec Evans with the tackle.
Evans, as you hear, makes the stop. Well, it's 26-7 in favor of the Golden Falcons. And you got to keep in mind that this is the exact opposite of what Winchester had last week. They had a large lead on Eastbrook, and we all assumed as we were packing up here last week that we were going to be making the trip down to Eastbrook last week until Winchester turned it on. So we'll have to wait and see if Woodlan can get themselves untracked here in the second half. It has been as ugly as the first half as you could just about imagine here for this Warrior team. I don't think it can get much worse. Now, I would assume they would squib the football here and not give Woodlan any chance
Usually all they do.
There won't be a holder on the football this time. It will stay up all by itself. There is the line drive right up the gut. Here's Acosta. Breaks free, 40. Oh, shoestring down. Boy, he would have had real good yardage if not for a shoestring.
He would have had.
He had a ways to go before he'd have been brought down. So it'll be 1st and 10, and they are within cracking range of going up top once or twice.
Well, you have, one timeout left? 2?
Woodlan has 2.
Get into field position and have Quayton's kick a field goal.
They are in a tight formation, however. They're going to bubble screen left side. Let McCarter try to get it with his feet. We've seen him do it before. This time he's going to get 5 or 6. Woodlan will call the timeout with 6.8 seconds left. They have 1 timeout remaining. We've seen McCarter break that before, most specifically on that fake punt that, let's be honest about it, pretty much saved that game.
Yes.
In a game afterward that Coach Sherwood Haydock admitted they probably had no business winning, but they won anyway. That's what good teams do.
Yeah.
Good team's going to have to find a way to come back from a deep hole in the second half. 2nd and 4. Trips will come to the near side. Durkis will be in the gun. Play clock winds. Here we go. Durkis screams the play to his receivers. Everybody sets. He drops to pass. They're going to throw underneath. Pass is intercepted. Look out. Boy, that had pick 6 written all over it, but the
McCarter came and
McCarter with the save on the tackle, and Dylan Williams
just out of Grant's hands.
It just had a look of it, and that was a pillar play, so I only saw part of it. But I saw Dylan Williams going the other way with the football in his hands. I'm like, oh boy. Disaster averted, and one would assume here that Winchester will just knee on it. Yep, looks like they're in the victory formation. Take the air out of it. You're up 26-7. Yep, they'll kneel on it. And we will go to halftime. A little bit of a surprise on the scoreboard. Winchester 26, Woodland 7. Take a few minute timeout here and come back with some halftime discussion. We'll try to find something entertaining to talk about. Not a whole lot of action going on across Northeast Indiana tonight, but we'll find something to keep you occupied.
And the band's not even playing because they're done. They had their state performance last week.
Everybody's pretty much done. Of course, there are some basketball games being played. I know Bluffton's playing somewhere tonight. Anyway, timeout coming. We'll be back with more after this on The Voice.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com. Great, I've got to walk by dresses, then hosiery, then women's fine clothing. Where are the men's clothes?
Men, does this sound familiar? Avoid the women's department altogether by going to Masterson's Incorporated Store for Men. You heard right, a store for men. At Masterson's in Bluffton, you'll find famous make clothing like Palm Beach, Calvin Klein, Lauren, Van Heusen, and shoes by Johnson Murphy, Florsheim, and Dockers. Masterson's also has tuxedo rental and is the Boy Scout and Cub Scout distributor for the area.
Wow, look at this! A store just for men!
Masterson's Store for Men, 127 West Market Street.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want paschetti. I want paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Paschetti's, 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 Paschetti's.
Double-digit pay raises are history. Now money's a lot harder to get a hold of and even harder to hang on to. That's why I would like to offer you a free discount double check. I'll go through your car insurance policy to make sure you're getting the discounts you deserve and aren't leaving any money on the table. So call me, Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928. Because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why I'm here.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Halftime on the Voice Sports Network. It's 26-7, and then it's not a misprint. Winchester with the lead at the half. Jeff Grasium and Derek Hirschberger live here with you on the Voice Sports Network, and it's been all Winchester scores. Across Northeast Indiana, not a whole lot of games being played. Bishop Dwenger and Plymouth are in the third, no score.
Wow.
Northfield 14, Adams Central 7, they are in the third. Snyder 7, Mishawaka 6 in the second. And West Lafayette leads Belmont 14-7, that game in the second. I haven't found a score for the game that the winner of this game will play, because right now it does not matter, as you got to concentrate on the next 24 minutes, because as thorough as I've ever seen this Woodlan football team get handled in that first half of action. What do we want to talk about for the next 13 minutes? There's no other games being played that we really care about. Bands are done.
What about What about pros? Any pro games going on tonight?
No pro games tonight. Colts on a bye week.
What about basketball?
I don't know. We can ask the stats guy if he has anything he would like to talk about this evening. Got a long halftime here.
Hayducks just got to get in there and give him a good swift kick in the rear end and get him back to going. Here's some. How about we change to some basketball and hockey for college and pros to give us a little halftime kill.
There you
here. Go. Right now, Red Wings and Sharks are tied with 3:40 left in the first at 1. Pacers will lead the Timberwolves 61-50 at half. Number 15, Indiana, is leading Eastern Illinois 49-17.
Oh, jeez.
Right now on ESPN3, 4:02 in the first, number 19 Notre Dame leads St. Francis, Pennsylvania 33-21. The Jazz and Magic are at halftime. Magic lead 52-40. The Cavs are leading. Cavs are leading 25-21 with 35 seconds left here in the first, on NBA TV. As there's one other game here. The Pelicans lead the Raptors 23-17 with 7 seconds left in the first. There's got to be at least one game going. Oh, here we go.
Shouldn't there be an NCAA game being played tonight somewhere?
I think so. I'm looking. But here's a couple ranked NCAA basketball teams. Here we go. UNC 47, Temple 36 halftime on CBS Sports Network. Number 5, Duke leads Siena 44-27. Maryland, number 3, 49-40 against Mount St. Mary's, 15-14 in the second on Big Ten Network. I am not seeing here. Let me go back.
What Derek Lewis, Belmont has tied it up against Belmont has tied it up against West Lafayette, 14-14 in the second. So the Braves hanging in there. No other updates have flashed across. So again, Derek mentioned the Mad Ants home opener tomorrow night. It's a rematch of the D-League Championship Series.
Is it really?
That's what the commercial said anyway. Now the team they're playing has been renamed. I think it used to be Rio Grande Valley. Let me snag the...
Oh, yeah, something like that.
They are now the Raptors 905 as I look at my ticket for tomorrow night. So whoever comes up with those keen nicknames. They are playing the Raptors 905 at the Coliseum tomorrow night.
I'm surprised they kept the Mad Ants. are the same name when the Pacers bought him out.
Now, that was a fun night. I don't know if you went to that, but
no.
Was able to snag some seats for that preseason game that the Pacers played against Charlotte.
I wanted to, but I looked and it was already filled before I had a chance. So
yeah, that was a packed house to say the least.
Yeah.
As the Pacers take over ownership of the Mad Ants this year.
Yep. With what we got counting down here on 5 minutes.
Still got a ways to go here at halftime.
Already did.
And we did do a shout out to Mr. Ely.
Rick, your dad's here torturing me right now. Save me.
Well, Rick, we might need your services here in the second half. As it's just been one of those nights. Fortunately, it's only a 19-point spread. It's not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But the offense has got to wake up, and the defense has got to get cranked.
Yeah.
And they really, defensively, I don't think you can give up another point.
Yeah.
I think if you allow them to score again, the ball game is over. Plain and simple as that. There are no other events going on The Voice. We are it tonight. Don't hit that button, Jeffy. You don't want to screw it up. There is an Argos game, basketball ladies game being played.
Where is Argos?
You know, I have no clue. I have no idea who would even be doing that game, to be honest with you. But eventually, and I'm assuming, don't hold me to this, dear listener, that basketball for the Warriors will be cranking up on The Voice eventually. We are always slow starting when it comes to the ladies. We used to carry all the Bluffton games, and they're not being carried tonight. So, that I know of, anyway.
It's going to be, it might be till Thanksgiving. But
I can tell you from my perspective last year, I didn't get really started hard until after the New Year. But then again, it was a transition year last year. We dropped Belmont and Adams Central.
Oh, yeah, you had to.
After football season, so there was really nowhere for me to go until
Wells, Allen, and DeKalb. And I was starting to get big with that, with Eastside. I'm surprised no one does actually the DeKalb Barons. So, or do we?
We tried to do it in the past. Part of the problem is there is a radio station up there that does a pretty good job of covering them. There was some talk about doing some Huntington North. Huntington North has got their own AV department broadcasting their games. So, we just kind of focused in on just doing the East Allen County and all the Wells County schools, and done a fairly nice job, I think, of keeping tabs, especially with this Woodlan football team, as I know we were shorthanded to start the year. But second half of the year, we've been with them every step of the way.
I got one more shout-out to give that I know of. Mr. Raber is watching tonight. The irony of this, he's a Michigan fan, so he's watching one of his own recruits.
That's
I would almost say tear up Woodlan, but he's done a nice job being contained somewhat. So,
yeah, they've done a nice job with him. It's just the
passing game.
Yeah, defensively, the passing game has shredded this Woodlan team. And heck, I even mentioned it in the pregame show, not to expect a ton of passing, and here we are.
Pass.
So it'll be interesting to see what second half adjustments will be made by Coach Haydock. I would like to give a special shout out to my friend Carly down in Orlando. My little pea in the pod. Had a long conversation with her this afternoon, and her friend Wendy, who I can't wait to meet here in 2016. I'm looking forward to that immensely. So those are my shout outs tonight.
I think I got some family all the way down by Greenwood listening in tonight, maybe. I don't know. Put something on my fantasy league team and our Smack Talk, because my whole family, we do a fantasy football thing. So shout out to any of them from Manchester, Greenwood, even Auburn listening tonight, or Mooresville for that matter. Any of them listening tonight, shout out to you guys. text me and tell me how bad I am, commish I am. I know that's sad.
Well, we had over 300 views last week.
Did we really? Wow.
Our largest of the year, and I would anticipate being near that level here tonight when it's all said and done.
Now, was that the YouTube views or the voice view?
Those are the actual YouTube views, so it might actually be higher, because I don't know if that number includes the actual live stream or the people watching later. But at least 300 people at one point or another tuned to us for the live feed. Again, radio is all well and good, but there is no local radio here.
Nope.
The
1067 went to probably Belmont or Snyder.
I believe they went to the Snyder. I looked this morning. And I think they went there because that's, I'll be honest with you, they go where the money is. Man,
you said it.
That's, if they can get sponsorship money, if Homestead was playing or Carroll was still playing, that's where they would be. And no offense to Brent Rump or anybody over there. Really worked with Brent when I first started in radio, and I worked with Dean Jackson for years. Those fine gentlemen both work for the ESPN radio stations here in town, and Dean, a Woodlan graduate, who promised me one of these football games he'd stop up and say hi. Well, Dino, time is starting to run thin, my friend, because even if Woodlan does come back and win this one, then you've only got one game left. So perhaps, maybe when we get into baseball season, we get into sectional action, Dean, maybe you and I can do a game. We had a lot of fun doing a Garrett sectional game up at Garrett a couple of years ago. That was probably the most fun I've ever had doing a baseball game. Dean and I go way back. Over 17 years I've known Dean Jackson. So hi, Dean, if you're listening in, getting ready for the post-game show. A big whoa comes out. Up to 108. That's just sad.
Yeah.
Up to 118 people have been killed in that France-coordinated terrorist attack.
At least 2 attackers killed.
It's a harsh reality, folks, that we live in the world that we live in today. You expect, unfortunately, that kind of thing to happen, but not in countries like France or, even here at home. So our thoughts go out. I mean, we're just playing a game here, for crying out loud. That's
there's
the real deal.
Totally big going on, 180 degrees around the world.
Yeah. And I was sitting at the station before I left. We were watching the live feed from one of the France television stations, and one of the live feeds was inside the soccer stadium where some explosions occurred, and it was just a surreal-looking feeling watching people walking around with a stunned look on their faces that literally brought back 9/11 memories for me.
That's exactly what it's sounding like, and I...
Obviously not to the same level as far as
no, I mean,
casualties,
it's different, and it's a whole different country.
Right.
But I mean, like you said, it still hits home. Still hits home.
Unfortunately, 9/11 a day I'm never going to forget. I watched, unfortunately, that whole event unfold live from the Master Control Wayne TV.
Well, 9/11 has a whole new meaning to me now. I had a friend and a classmate who took his life on that day. God rest his soul. R.I.P. Chevy. So, like I said, that has a whole new day to me. But we're not here to ponder this. We're back to football as both teams are out. Back to football,
yeah. We're here to provide a distraction to the real world, so to speak. And here we go for second half action. Coming up to 20 to the 25 to the 30 to the 35 is Acosta.
For a second, I didn't even think he fell. I couldn't see it. It was just everybody crowded around him.
1st and 10 for the Warriors, who need to get untracked in a hurry.
Need to get another touchdown. Let's make this within 14.
Got a whiff of gasoline there for some reason.
Yeah, I did too.
Interesting. Van Brocklin with the B formation in. Flag down.
And illegal motion, unless we got a hard count.
The far referee is signaling illegal substitution. I didn't see anybody come off.
Illegal shift.
Wow. In any event, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That gentleman's wife is going to say, I heard you on the radio again. 1st and 15. Van Brocklin over the left side. To the 35. It's a gain of about 3.
Mm-hmm.
2nd down and 12. Ah, yes, the windows are starting
to fog.
And you get a nice look at Derek's reflection.
I would wave, but both my hands are under the camera.
2nd down. We knew this was going to happen. Oh! Rhodes gets deep. That's not Rhodes.
That's Will Harding.
Will Harding gets popped. He hangs on to the football.
And it's 3rd, and they're bringing in McCarter and all the big boys.
3rd down, and we will say 8. That's how you know you're getting late in the year, when the press box windows start to fog. 3rd down. There's Jack Rose. Cross the 40 to the 42. 4-down territory, you punt here. I say you go for it.
Yeah.
Castle will check in here. And it looks like they are going to go for it.
Well, you have to. Well, you don't have to, but you got to start
highly
scoring.
Recommend
You
it.
got to start scoring points.
Can't do that with the offense on the sideline.
Nope.
4th down. Big play. Watch the hard count as always. Whoops. Is that a busted play? Durkis is going to get the first down, but he spun and looked for a running back. Nobody was there. Scampers and gets it himself. 1st down yardage. Boy, not by much on the spot, though. Must have stepped out of bounds.
I gave it to him, though.
Take what you can get. 1st down. 1st and 10. 10 minutes left, quarter number 3.
We need to start asking him to come down here and... Jerry.
1st and 10. We'll just stop breathing.
No promises.
Van Brocklin dives off the left tackle to midfield. Brings up 2nd down and about 6.
Probably just need to crack a window and how everything goes back to normal, right?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen it go both ways. Second down and 6. Jack Rhodes, the ball carrier over the right side near 1st down yardage. Going to be right at it.
Yeah, they're going smash and dash. And they're giving them the 1st down.
It'll be 1st down. So Woodlan moving the ball downfield on their first possession of the second half, trailing 26-7. Still plenty of time to crawl back into this one.
I found the reason for the smell of gasoline.
Ah. Boy, I smell like a diesel factory on whatever day that's yesterday.
Thursday.
We refueled the generators at Wayne in anticipation of a power problem.
Especially with winter coming up.
Oh, man, and some of it got on me, and I hate that. 2nd down, and we'll say 7. Dirk is under center. We'll hand it off to Jack Rhodes. Gets into the secondary. Look out. Stiff arms his man, still on his feet, inside the 10. Or not inside the 10, rather. Right at the 10.
Ah, shoot.
We'd have that problem either way, even if he was on a tripod, folks. It's just getting a little bit friggy up here. First and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line. Dirk is under center. Unbalanced line to the right-hand side. They'll hand her off to Van Brocklin. He's going to get several the hard way, down to about the 6. It'll be a gain of 6. He got more yardage than I thought he did on that play. Second down, we'll say 5. We'll go with the PA guy. Looks good. Handoff. Van Brocklin met at the line and dropped for maybe a yard.
Gosh, dang it.
Again, we're being kind to our neighbors behind us. That's why Mr.
There we go.
Hirschberger is up on his feet. Jack Rhodes. Going to be short by a yard. Obviously, it's fourth down territory here. Actually, he's going to be short by 2.
Well, do you punt it? Or not punt it, do you kick it?
No.
Get the field goal for points?
No. Go, baby. Get the 6. Go for broke. You only get here once in a great while. Got to pull out the stops here. 4th and 2. Dirkus under center. Van Brocklin the lone back. Hard count. Nobody jumps. First man through's got
Touchdown.
the touch.
Jeremiah Castle.
So Castle cuts it to a 26-13 lead for Winchester. And a patented long Woodland drive to start the second half. 26-13 now, pending the extra point. Graber will put the ball in the air. Waiting the snap back. It's good. Spot's good. Kick is right through the left upright. And it's 26-14, a 12-point spread. What did I tell you? To file away the missed extra point and the missed 2-point conversion? Will it become a factor? I'll let you know as we continue on here on the Voice Sports Network.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
We're back here on the Voice Sports Network. 26-14, Winchester with the lead, but Woodland got the offense going. He got the ball.
It's down.
It's still down.
I think Woodland got it.
Woodland says they have it, waiting for an official confirmation. Still waiting. Woodland
and they got
have it. Why on earth do you back up there, boy? Attack the football and just.
Will Harding came up with it.
And who said something about watch for an onside kick special tonight? Boy, I tell you what, Derek, you got a future in sports broadcasting, my man.
Well, I hope so, because that's what my intent is. But no, thanks.
1st and 10 at the 39, and Woodland right back in this one.
You need to just tell Glenn you got a prodigy here.
There you go. 1st and 10. Van Brocklin, left side, looks. Finally cuts it up the field to the 35, the beginning of 4. Field momentum shifting towards the boys in black.
I never think I'd say that, but
hey, I love it.
Hey, my 4 years, it's always been blue. It's always been blue. I know Haydock one year wanted to do pink jerseys for him for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Here we have Jack Rhodes, left side, spins behind some blockers, gets first down yardage. This is looking more like the Woodland that we have been accustomed to. And the great thing about it is they are keeping that high-powered Winchester offense
off the field,
standing on the sidelines. With the first drive and the onside kick of this second half, Woodland is going to have control of it for over half of the quarter. At this point, as of now, as we cross the 6-minute mark. Under center is Durkis. Van Brocklin right side, nothing there, taken down for a yard or two loss, something you just don't see all that often.
That big boy got stood up, though.
He actually gained a yard, does Mitchell Van Brocklin. Just rare to see him stood up at the line of scrimmage like that.
Got a yard.
Now to bring up 2nd down and 9, the ball at the 27-yard line. Durkis under center.
Come on, guys. 10 seconds now.
Everybody in tight. Rhodes comes in motion. They're going to hand the ball to Rhodes. Gashes through the left side.
It's 3rd and 4.
Ball will be moved down to the 23-yard line. 3rd down and 4.
You know, that's something interesting. I just heard the Winchester radio group say the Falcons have not even ran a play this quarter.
Yep, they haven't. You're right. Did they go to Van Brocklin? I can't tell.
Yeah, he did.
The fog.
Across the 19. 4th and inches.
Castle will check in.
4th and a yard, I guess. Come on. Stay on them.
4th and 1. Big play here. Boy, here's a good chance to do that bootleg. Or just hand it over to Van Brocklin and boil through the line. First man through is probably Castle.
They gave it to Castle and he got it.
That's going to be close on the based on the far side, Judge. Let's see where it's spotted. Woodlan thinks they have it, and they do. Referee signals a first down. Hey, you take it. You take it. You take it.
Mm-hmm.
They have now wound 8 minutes off the clock here in this second.
Hey, if Winchester doesn't run a play at all through the 3rd quarter, they're in business.
Castle taps Durkis, saying that the play is ready. Van Brocklin tried to wait for a hole to open up.
He got about 5.
2nd down and 7. Man alive. That's what I love about this time of year. Hey, it's better than being on the road. 2nd and 7.
Hey, I agree with that.
13 for 13 on being on press box this year. I'll take it. Rhodes gashes left side. Near first down yard. He's going to be short by about a yard. 3rd and short. 9 minutes the Warriors have taken off the clock. 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Ball at the 10-yard line, rather. Pardon me. Going to hand it off to Van Brocklin, right side. It. First down
on
yard.
The 5.
So Woodlan putting together a vintage quarter of football here. Knocking on the door here. 6 yards to pay dirt. This time,
the big boy got in there.
Yeah, he swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and goal at the 6. And by the time the Warriors snap the football, they will have taken 10 minutes off of this 3rd quarter clock. Give the Warriors credit for this 3rd quarter performance. Jack Rhodes to the goal line, touchdown. We got ourselves, Mr. Hirschberger, a ball game. 26-20. Woodlan offensively has came to life.
Now let's see what the defense can do.
I'm telling you, that missed extra point's gonna. I can feel it. I can feel it. We await the extra point here from Graber. Snap. Spot. Kick.
Good.
Money. 26-21 now. Woodland has crawled right back in it. Got ourselves a football game. We'll be back on The Voice.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
The Voice Sports Network, 26-21.
I just have to laugh because the folks at home don't see it, but here in the press box, everybody in the front row, as soon as everybody went to the chains, everybody went up to the windows and started wiping them down. Tried again. Got it. Nope.
This time.
Got it.
Number 4, Elias Gates, dives on the football instead of backing up. And for the first time in this second half of action, we'll see the Golden Falcon offense try to answer.
After bringing it back within 3 points. Or 5, excuse me.
My wife says, all we see is your reflection. Make sure you don't pick your nose. I know.
I apologize. We're not trying to do that.
We're trying to do the best we can.
With what we got.
Exactly. And if we advance to next week, it's going to be even worse. This box will be packed.
Yep.
Here's Enos, the ball carrier. 43, maybe the 44. Well,
Hiddock ain't happy about something, though.
Neither is his defensive coordinator. Gain of about 4. Yeah, in a situation like this, it might have been better had we gotten lights off, but that's all right. There's a lot of people in here. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Going split to the far side is Cullen Hall. Power ice behind the quarterback, Lawrence. Here's Annison. Look out. Actually, that's number 8, and that's Dylan Williams. And he'll get first down yardage. And, Carrie, if you're still watching, it probably looks like we're in surreal land and, the Loch Ness Monster is going to come in, but it's just the press box. Windows fogging over on us. Should bring some, even portable heaters in here wouldn't help at this point.
No.
First and 10. Got to find a way to stop this Golden Falcon offense. Here's Enos right side. Toss sweet. Makes something out of nothing. A gain of about 2.
With a minute left.
Second down.
Hey, if the Warriors keep them scoreless this quarter, that's good.
Indeed. And barring a big play, they will. Second and 8 at the 38. Play clock at 20, so they will have to snap the ball one more time. Will Winchester. Power I formation behind the quarterback, Lawrence. He's going to drop the pass. Looks in the flat, has a receiver. It's Yates. First down.
Yep.
While the Warrior offense has stepped it up, the defense still has a little bit of work to do as they could wind the clock down here, and I think they will.
Do.
Would make perfect sense to do that. As we wind down the third quarter, well, it is looking better for Woodland. They have cut it to a 5-point deficit. Got to get a defensive stop after this. This is the Voice Sports Network.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
We go to the fourth with the score. Winchester 26. Woodlan 21. It's 1st and 10 for the Golden Falcons. On the Warrior 25-yard line, they are now working left to right in your virtual world into the fog, if you will.
Yeah.
Here, I got a clear spot I can see through. Lawrence under center, or in the gun, rather. He'll hand it off to Enos. Oh, they had him stopped, and he's still on his feet. They had him stopped near the line of scrimmage, and he just snuck through somehow and picked up some nice yardage, a gain of about 5.5. We'll say 5 officially as the ball is spotted. I'm not even going to bother with down and distance anymore. 2nd down and 5. Lawrence under center. One receiver split to the far side. They're going to hand it off to Enos. He escapes one. Won't escape.
No, it's not him. That was fullback.
Was it the fullback?
Yep, it was 8.
That's Dillian Williams. 3rd down, and we'll say 3.
Woodland needs a fumble to recover.
Yeah, better eyes than I do on that play.
I know that 6 and 8 looks hard because of the way they wear that jersey.
3rd
13.
and 3.
1 out.
Haven't been able to stop the pass all night. Hopefully we can this time. If they pass.
And no.
Lawrence is going to keep himself. He ain't going to get it. He's going to be short by a yard and a half.
Nah, it looks like more of a half a yard from that far line judge.
Boy, that's a favorable spot in my estimation. 4th and 1.
It's you this week, last week, past 2 weeks it was me.
4th and 1. Yep.
We're trying the best. Sorry, Rick.
Is Rick the guy that's watching, or is that Rick?
Nah, son's Rick.
Rick, tell your dad to kill the lights, and we'll be able to see just fine.
ASAP.
Enos!
Got it.
He got it all himself. They had him stopped, but he kept the legs a churning, and it's a 1st down. 1st and 10. Ball at the 13.
Hey, Rick, seriously, though, if your dad could kill the lights, it'd be awesome. He must stop seeing us.
If he killed the lights, we would be in much better shape. But
people behind us would.
Yeah, they complain. We're in the minority tonight. Of course,
it's very rare.
We're the only ones with video, too. So
I think there might be one video up top somewhere.
Here's Enos, left side on the toss. He's taken down in the backfield. No gain. 2nd down and a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. I said this when the second half started, and I'm still sticking to it. I don't think you can let Winchester score any more points. So this is a big, big series here for Woodland. Time slowly becoming a factor, 8:53 and counting. Drop in the pass.
Oh, wow.
Has time, fires the corner of the end zone.
No.
Dives and completes. Boy, Dave Randall to our right. leans back and takes a deep breath because that pass missed by about a yard, maybe.
How about half a yard to make it worse? It was there.
It was right
He
there.
had to dive for it, but
3rd down and 11. Game of inches sometimes. I think you're worried if you're Winchester if you don't score here that Woodlan just marches right down the field, takes the rest of the clock up,
and wins.
Yeah. Interesting scenario we got rolling here. 3rd and 11. Lawrence has all day.
Oh!
Should have been intercepted. The pass ball's incomplete.
He got hit, too.
Well, he got plowed. 4th and 11. Of course, it's 4-down territory. Their kicker, unless he developed a leg at halftime, would not be able to kick a field goal from here. So it's 4th and 11. Substitution in as Lawrence gets the play from the sideline. Play clock at 15. Winchester breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far.
Two handoff.
Oh. Lawrence drops the pass, looks to fade pattern, left corner of the end zone, going up.
No.
Goes batted. Incomplete.
Warrior with the big stop.
Took a while to get the official signal. It's incomplete. And Woodlan takes over on downs.
And that was Ennis back there, too. Looked like he was trying to get some explanation or something.
I wonder if he caught it and he wasn't out of bounds.
I don't know. I thought that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Rick.
So much, much better from our camera. Here's Van Brock on the left side. Going to take the pile with him. That'll help us, and it'll help you, the viewer. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. It's a shame that the spread is 5 because we know Woodlan has a field goal kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Checking the wind, it has died down quite a bit since our arrival here tonight. Van Brock. Met at the line of scrimmage. Not going to get much.
Well, looks like he got a gain. Got a gain about 2.
He did get a nice 2-yard gain out of what appeared to me nothing initially. 3rd down and 2. 7:45 and counting. Both teams a full complement of 3 timeouts to work with. And a game that appears like most of the games, it seems like.
Past couple games.
Going to go down to the wire.
You got 12 seconds.
Here's Van Brock.
Got it.
1st down yardage for the big fella.
As much as I want to say, let's kill the clock, time's not on your side right now. Granted, there's 7 minutes left, but...
In my estimation, and I think we're on the same page here, I would like to get points on the board as quick as possible. 1st and 10. Mitchell Van Brocklin over the left side. Gain of a couple. He'll get 2 the hard way, 2nd and 8. We go under 7 minutes left in regulation. Van Brocklin will come off. McCarter is split to the near side. Durkis under center. Jack Rhodes is in the backfield. Jack Rhodes is the ball carrier. He's going to be short of the 45. Pardon me, the 35. It's going to be spotted at the 34.
3rd and 3.
3rd and a long 3. Officially 3rd and 4. I went and they marker all down here. Durkis goes under center with 6:13 and counting left. He'll hand it off. No, he won't. He'll keep it himself. He's got room right side.
Got it.
1st down. Fooled everybody in the building, including me. Good for 1st down yardage.
Come on, let's go. Time's not on your side.
we thrown a pass all night? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, once or twice because one of them got picked.
1st and 10. Durkis under center. McCarter starts in motion. McCarter with the ball. He's going to come back.
Oh, no, don't do that.
He ran into the line, and rather than just taking it and getting a yard or two, he's going to lose several. I get what he's trying to do here.
You don't want your quarterback being the lead blocker either.
That's what life's all about right there, brother, when you get to be my age. That's my 11-year-old son passed out on the couch. I put him to sleep. Here's Jack Rhodes to the 45.
Come on, let's go. 5 minutes.
Time starting to become a factor as we go under 5, as you can hear the concern in Mr. Hirschberger's voice start to crank up.
How many timeouts does Winchester have by chance?
Both teams have 3.
I thought Winchester used one this half.
Nope. 3rd and 4. Here come the Warriors. Here comes Van Brocklin. He breaks free into the secondary for a first down yardage.
Right across the 50.
All of a sudden, I'm getting more and more into this one. Which I can see. To be even more and more into this one. I'll wait till we go in between plays so the fine folks from Winchester can see. 1st and 10. Van Brocklin, they're setting up that blind bootleg going to left. Or back to the right, pardon me.
Hey, now you're thinking like us. Now you're thinking like us.
I feel it. They keep slamming the ball left side. And Durkis, they're over-pursuing, I'll put it to you that way. I think they might be setting that up. We'll have to wait and see. Under 4 minutes. Under center is Durkis. He'll hand it off to Mitchell Van Brocklin. He'll gain 2. Big 3rd down here. Obviously, you're in 4-down territory the rest of the way.
Come on, guys. 3:40. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to run out of time. Sooner or later, they're going to have to start going in the air.
Under 3.5 to go in regulation. Timeout's going to be called by.
And they're taking their first.
That's not going to make Coach Haydock happy. I would not think that they wanted to keep that one timeout or one of those timeouts in their pocket should the need arise. We'll stay right here. It's game reset time. 26-21. Winchester,
has not scored in the second half.
They have not. And they didn't run a play at all in the 3rd quarter as Woodlan controlled.
Well, the last 2 minutes.
That's true. I sit corrected. It's 26-21. They have all 3 timeouts. Woodlan has 2 remaining. It's 3rd and 3. The ball spotted at the Winchester 37-yard line. As everybody swings into motion to clear off the press box
windows.
There's a fan in here?
Seriously?
We're just now figuring out there's a fan in the press box. How about that? 3rd down. A handoff to Rhodes. He's still shoestring tackle. Stop the touchdown. Down to the 30. First down for Woodlan.
Hey, clock stops. They got to keep it going. Keep Rhodes in it. Castle and Rhodes, go.
So it's 1st and 10. The ball down to the 30. Clock.
Come on.
Winds. 3:10 left in regulation.
Come on.
Taking the time, or Woodlan living on the edge again this week. A gritty football team. Van Brocklin's going to be tackled forward.
Hey, at least this time it's with the offense.
That's true.
Come on, you're under 3. Keep it.
The difference between this one, though, and the other ones is it's Woodlan's offense trying to score late to take the lead, where it's the defense that has saved them in weeks previous.
Week 10, week 9. Week 9, Week 11, Week 12.
Good teams find a way. Let's find out. Durkis under center. Play clock at 8. Van Brocklin has a hole.
Didn't get it.
And it got closed down quickly. Third
Come
down.
on.
Going to take their old sweet time on it.
Yeah, I know. Come on. Sorry, my voice is getting jumpy.
That's all good, man. You've got a big emotional attachment. I get it. I totally understand. Hey, since I found out that they'd be playing at home, I'd be all for them winning.
Come on, you're under 2 minutes.
Third and full. Jack Rhodes, first down, third is good.
With 1:44 left to go. Wow. What a turn of events.
And here you're fortunate. I would assume you would go for 2.
And they are.
Because, quite frankly, you've got to get the ball into the end zone if you're Winchester.
Wow.
Unless they have a ace kicker up their sleeve, which I sincerely doubt.
Who's the announcer for the Raiders?
I have no clue.
I just pulled a touchdown Raider move.
You got a little excited there, man.
Oh, dude, I am. Oh, my goodness. Now,
27-26.
You know what? Now we're back to it's on the defense.
It's on the defense. And they've done the job in the second half. They haven't been on the field all that much, but they've done the job. Durkis under center. He'll keep it himself. Bootleg! Got it.
Touchdown.
Woodlan up now.
29-26.
We'll stay here. Are you kidding me? Woodlands came all the way back.
Hey, it was like last week for Winchester.
But there is still a minute 44 and a full complement of timeouts. Now you got a decision. You squib it, you give them good field position. You kick it to the stud, then you've got to hem him in. Decisions. That's why I'm glad I'm up here, not down there.
Rick, you're the expert. Text us. What's in Haydoc's mind right now?
Hey, kick it out of bounds. They'd also get pretty good field position with that, too. So
you're better off trying to take a shot to the end zone. This kid's got the leg to do it.
Graber took a look in to get instructions and the tee. A lot of debate going on by the Woodland staff up here on what they would do.
Hey, the hand seam is out.
I guess if it's me, I launch it deep and just take my chances.
That's exactly what they're doing. Oh!
Enos lets it go by him, picks it up at the 5. Trying to go across the field.
Oh.
Nothing there. They got him hemmed in. He ain't going nowhere. And he ate a lot of clock doing it.
He did. Took 10 seconds off.
All the way down to the 16. So, 84 yards separate us from being at the end of this football game. That's how far Winchester has to go.
I can feel my heart beating in my throat right now. Spread.
Dual receivers to the far side. Trips near.
They're leaving guys wide.
All day to pass.
Oh! Got lucky.
Pass was behind.
Got lucky.
Oh, yeah, the pass was poorly thrown. Otherwise, number 40.
Haydoc's mad because no one's covered.
Edwards could have ran 4 miles. Well, not miles, but he would have been wide open. And you're right, Coach Haydock is not happy with
that no one's covering.
They're
bringing Dirk. They're about ready to bring Durkis in.
Yep.
He'll be an extra cornerback.
On the shotgun.
Again, another wide open play.
Underneath.
Oh!
Nearly. I thought that ball was going to be picked when it ricocheted off the receiver's hand.
I did too.
Pass to Hall.
And
ball's incomplete.
Durkis is coming in to make an extra cornerback.
3rd and 10. All of a sudden, little
Two deep safety.
Cold finger passing and receiving here. They got a 4-man front. Everybody else backed way up. Lawrence has all day. Rolls to his right now. Could probably tuck and run and does.
Don't let him get out. Don't let him get out.
Get out of bounds. Don't knock him out of bounds. Stupid.
Seriously.
They're going to add 15 yards on top of it.
Come on, guys.
You got to back off. You can see that one coming a mile away. Plain stupid. Dumb, 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 dumb. That's the third personal foul on Woodlan. Third dumb personal foul on Woodlan.
You just held him.
Coach Haydock does not agree, but sorry, Coach. That pretty blatant.
I mean, he didn't.
You didn't pop him, but at the high school level, you're going to get that call.
He didn't even fall.
They'll flag that all day long at this level. Unfortunately, they'll add 15 on top of it. So
ow.
Winchester's going to make this one interesting.
Yeah.
They're within cracking distance. Lawrence in the gun drops to pass. Has all day. Now the pocket breaks down.
Oh!
Down he goes.
Here comes one timeout. First timeout.
He held it way too long. Should have chucked it. Castle finally hems him in after a loss on the sack of about 5. 1:03 left. 2 timeouts for the Golden Falcons. Well, that helps offset that some of that 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, not enough, though.
Coach Haydock giving the referees an earful on the sideline. Not happy about that personal foul call, I would assume. Referee showing some restraint, and Coach Haydock showing some restraint as well by turning around and walking away before anything. Oh, you just got to smile. First and 15, the ball moved back into Winchester territory at the 48.
Come on, guys. 67 seconds.
Come on, hold him.
Trips to the far side. Dual receivers to the near side. Lawrence in the gun. Looks to his left, now to his right. Fires underneath.
Oh!
Ball falls incomplete. Second down.
Oh. Needed to catch it. Not knock it down.
Third and 15. 1:02 left in regulation. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Winchester comes to the line. Lawrence in the gun. Spread formation. He awaits the snap. Has time.
Oh, he's underneath.
Gonna go down. Get rid of it.
Intentional grounding. He's in the box.
Referee taking a hard look. I think they're gonna mark him down.
Oh.
No, they're not.
Ooh.
Fourth down.
Wow.
Fourth down. 15. Here's the ball game right here, folks. You get the stop, it's over. Winchester's going to call a timeout to talk about it.
They're down to 1.
Game reset. 54.6 left in regulation. It's a 3-point Woodland lead, 29-26. Woodland with 2 timeouts.
It's a tale of 2 halves.
Definitely. The Warriors clinging now to a 3-point lead and looking to escape yet another close one. A lot of fight in this Warrior team. It looked like they were down and out at halftime, but they came flying out of that second half and have taken the lead at 29-26. The tension is palpable. You can cut it with a butter knife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's something to think about. They said that maybe Saturday should.
So will you not have your scrimmage?
Two receivers to the far side, duel to the near. Here comes the play ode to game. Lawrence drops the pass. Going to air it out left side. They want it all now.
Oh, no!
It was intercepted.
But I don't see a flag.
I don't either. I think they got their feet tangled. They're going to let it go.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going to watch that back when I get home. From here, it looked like their feet just got tangled.
No, I thought it was pass interference. I thought that was pass interference.
I'm going to watch that back later tonight.
Text me and tell me what you think. I think it was pass interference.
Damn close, I'll tell you what.
And that ref and that coach is laying into him, and I think he honestly pretty well should be.
Yeah, he's out in the near hash, and he's about to get flagged. The referee going over to tell him to step off, and he ain't stepping off. Referee's still over there. Just throw the flag and get it over with. Obviously, he's going to come unglued.
I mean, I understand. That's great on these officials. Yeah.
I like the no call, to be honest with you. In that situation.
I mean, I do too as a Warrior fan, but I'm looking at it as a different fan, and I'm like, I swear there was a shove. I mean, goodness gracious.
I'll look back at it later tonight or sometime tomorrow and look.
Hopefully it's on. Hopefully I caught it. I'm praying because of.
Oh. So we'll kneel down twice and that'll be.
Well, they got one timeout.
Head coach is still giving the side judge on that sideline an earful. Now he backs off. He's not even going to bother with the timeout.
No.
Woodlan will kneel down one more time, and they will become regional champions.
My
How
goodness.
How about that, Woodburn?
How about them Warriors?
You have come all the way back again and escaped again. I won't even say escape. This was a gutsy one.
Defense comes back and does it.
As the clock winds down, it's all zeros. Your final score. Woodlan 29, Winchester 26, and it is a final score. Take a couple minutes timeout, come back, wrap things up here on the Voice Sports Network.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
We're back here on the Voice Sports Network. There is joy in Mudville as Woodburn. You can celebrate tonight as Woodlan comes all the way back after trailing 26-7 to defeat Winchester 29-26. Before we go any further, a special shout out to Bryce Helmke watching us out there tonight on the Voice Sports Network. Join us next week, why don't you, as Woodlan will...
We'll be right back here.
We're going to be back here. We don't know the time. We don't know the date. There is a possibility it might be on Saturday. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. Just stay tuned to the Voice Sports Network. Check IHSAA out. It'll be all over the media, blah, 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 blah. And in any event, the game will be played here. The opponent, no clue. Don't care at this point because it's time to party here, Derek, in Woodland.
Yeah, hats off to Winchester tonight. My goodness, what a game. I mean, Winchester, I can't. They had one heck of a game. We both looked at halftime like they just
we thought it was over.
Yeah, they absolutely destroyed Woodland in the first half. Woodland got its act together and decided to start playing again in the second. So, I mean, it's nothing that Winchester did wrong. Woodland just finally got its act together and decided to play. So,
halftime adjustments were huge in this one. As you can tell, Woodland was just a different football team in that second half of play. Drove right down the field and scored. Took about 7 minutes off the clock. Did an onside kick. Got it right back. Took more time off the clock. They controlled the football for 10 minutes in that third quarter of action before Winchester even ran their first offensive play. That set the tone, and it was all downhill from there as the Woodland student section now
and crowd
coming on to the field to celebrate a regional title, which has been a long time coming for this Woodland football team, who will play here at home next week.
Now, anybody have a score around here of who's winning?
I can try to find out why we're sitting here as you meander the it's going to be hard to find a score on that one since it's outside of
the viewing area.
I got a friend that has some friends over at Bremen. Guess I could look over there, see if she has anything. La-dee-da, la-dee-da. The score at halftime over there is Whiting 14, Bremen 6.
Whiting 14, Bremen 6.
Now, they did have a late start over there.
Now, how
was it? 8 o'clock kickoff.
Oh.
So that game is not going to be done anytime soon.
So right now it's looking like a Saturday game with Whiting.
If the score holds, it would appear so.
We'll find out tonight. Watch News Channel 15, Highlight Zone. Not that it's going to have highlights of it, but it might show who Woodland will be playing.
And I tell you what, they will also have the video of that last play that is in question of whether it was pass interference or not. Derek is adamant, as a Woodland faithful, that was pass interference.
I mean, from up here, and maybe the viewers can see it with it where the camera's sitting now. Looked like he pushed the guy, and Blake Acosta came up and picked it. I mean, you never know. I mean, Rick is probably up my butt about that and saying it's not. Not you, Mr. Ely. So,
from Derek's perspective, it was. From mine, there was definitely contact. The feet definitely got tangled.
See, I didn't see the feet. I looked at the body and chest, and that's all I saw. I didn't see anything with the feet. So,
either way, we'll roll it back and look at it on a not so instant replay. At this point, it doesn't matter because I see a huge streaming backlog as it is anyway, because we've lost our internet connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to come online over here, and it will clear the backlog. So as it clears the backlog, we'll just continue to talk about this one. And I don't think it's going to clear the backlog, so we'll just go ahead and wrap it up. So again, next week, Woodland will play here at home, according to those that know these type of things.
Who, when, where?
Yep.
TBD,
but there will be a next week. How about that? Semi-state on the line, and I will stake our claim right off the bat with Mr. Minster, and I know he won't care that you and I will be here. He won't care. He won't care. Backlog's starting to come down. So this game will be, if it got choppy there for you at the end and you want to watch it on replay, once it gets uploaded to YouTube completely, it'll look nicer. So for Derek Hirschberger, my name is Jeff Gracie. 29-26 is your final. We'll see you next week, believe it or not. Good night, everybody.